Have y'all gotten a chance to look at A&M's defense yet?
No, we haven't. Early in the year, you kind of go through like a quick demo on everybody. But we're still looking at Arkansas. We're gonna go in at 1:30 and review good, bad, and ugly, and look at all the other little game tape from Arkansas. Then we're gonna get ready for Texas A&M after practice.
Do you feel like last year's game against Texas A&M has anything that you can take from that game to this year's game on that defense?
Last year's last year, this year's this year. You just have to go and focus on the game plan at hand, and focus on the players that they have this year. Last year was a great win, obviously. So it's just like I said, just going on, focus on the game plan this year, and going out there and playing the game this year.
I know Nick Saban has said he wants you to kind of not go for the home run every time, and a 3 or 4 yard carry isn't necessarily a bad thing. What's your take on his thoughts on that? Is that something that you've kind of been working on over the last few weeks?
Oh yeah, of course. Everybody wants to get the home run. Everybody has the will to go out there and really do well on Saturday. But it's the will to prepare to win is what's most important. So that's something I've taken to heart the last couple of weeks. Sometimes you kind of get away from that through duration of a long season. The everyday things kind of become a bore, so you just kind of like have to refocus and make sure you do everything one step at a time to get the greater goal at hand.
So basically, is it fair to say as a running back you kind of have to have a defined approach game to game?
Yeah, pretty much, honestly. That's what individual that wants to be successful in anything that you want to do. It's always about the one-step process, two-step process to get to the greater goal at hand, near the end of the year, which is a championship. Obviously, we want to be a championship team, so we have to be consistent.
I know you go into every single game wanting explosive plays. When you go against an offense like Texas A&M, is that even stressed even more? They know they have explosive plays. We have to do it too.
Yeah, but not necessarily because our defense is going to go in with a game plan to try to stop their explosive plays, obviously. But we have to go from an offensive standpoint, just try to maintain the possession, so our defense can have rest because they're a fast tempo team. And also, obviously not turn the ball over and give, their offense a short field, because then obviously, with a powerful offense like they can create, turnovers off of a short field and put our defense in a real bad bind. So it's about really just maintaining possession of the ball and just executing the game plan.
Is this team in a good place right now, especially because of the way you beat Georgia? You won the last 2 games in really completely different fashions. Mm-hmm. Blew Georgia out of the water, and then you have this game against Arkansas where it was tight for a little while. Having back-to-back wins like that within the league and in 2 different ways, does that help propel a team, and do you feel like the team's in a good place?
Yeah, honestly, we'll take a W any way we can, especially in SEC play. Of course, every game we want to go out there and have the perfect game, but that's almost unrealistic. Another team's always going to game plan against us, and they're going to have a good game plan to try to stop anything that we do well too. So it's about going out there and having a lot more good than bad go wrong, and we tend to do that more often than not. So as long as we continue that trend, we feel like we can continue to have a successful season.
What kind of an atmosphere is it like there in College Station?
It's very electric, and we haven't obviously been there since they've made the new renovations. But the last time I went there, it was very, very hard to hear, and that was before like I said, they added the few thousand seats that they added. So I'm looking forward to going there this year.
Do you have an extra edge on the road? Does that kind of give maybe you an edge, the team an edge?
Yeah, of course. I feel like if you're a competitor, it's always, you love playing at home and you love playing in front of your fans, but there's nothing better than going away to a stadium and quieting their fans. When they're loud, and by the end of the game, they're all twiggling out the stadium because you had a good win.
Let's do 2 more questions. You guys are used to playing in front of big crowds, loud stadiums at home. Is it different when you're going on the road with a loud crowd on the road?
No, I feel like it's the same atmosphere. We feel like being Alabama, we always get a team's very best, and fans expect the same thing. So we feel like we're gonna attract a lot of fans, especially a lot of opposition, for a lot of people to come out there and make a lot of noise. So it's something we game plan throughout the week with crowd noise and practice. And we go out there, as long as we execute the game plan, the crowd noise shouldn't even really be a factor as long as we're on the same page as an offense.
We spent so much time in the preseason talking about Jay Coker and the quarterbacks. Just everybody said they had confidence in him the entire time, but after seeing what he's done through this point in the year, has that confidence grown, and what specifically have you seen in him that stood out in his progression?
Yeah, of course. I mean, you know, his success on the field has also, you know, just built upon, you know, the success as a team, and we just try to rally around him. You know, we all make different mistakes. Somebody may fumble, you know, so his interceptions that he's thrown, we also just try to rally around him and, you know, make sure, you know, we keep everybody on the same page, because, you know, nobody's going to play a perfect game. So as long as we all come together as a team, and especially in situations where, you know, a play may break down, we didn't know that he could, you know, run as well as he does now. So his scrambling ability also gives our team, our offense, a whole nother edge. So like I said, we just try to rally around everybody on the team as an offense and as a defense, and come together, you know, and make sure, you know, at the end of the game, you know, we're all, you know, successful, and, you know, that's the main objective.
Thank you guys, appreciate it.